Please join in the singing of our national anthem. Representing the three-time Stanley Cup champion New Jersey Devils, Arlette.
I feel like I'm at a game. Oh my gosh. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Happy Devil Sunday. Oh, wait a second. I screwed this one up. I should be on the big screen. What the heck am I doing here? Hold on a second.
Dude.
All right, let's start over.
I thought it was my claim to fame for it.
Happy Devil Sunday. This is the Let's Go Devils podcast, Season 4, Episode 19, titled Devils Drop 10 Straight, Lose Shootout to Flyers 4-3. Streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Scotty, SiriusXM, Liquid Metal, Beer Baron.
Yeah. Of me.
Of New Jersey.
Of New Jersey.
Of New Jersey. Anyways.
Well,
boys.
I had fun today at Cheeky's and Pete's with Chico Resch. Thank you to Chico. Thank you to Kim Prance, Bernie Prance, daughter, for coming out. Hockey on Tap boys, pitching in, carrying stuff in, and the Jägermeister promo team giving away stuff to you.
Well, look at that. Giving shot. You don't got to flip it to me. You're the one who's giving away free shots, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
At this rate, we need them.
Oh, boy. I mean, yeah. Do you got to line them up for each game the Devils lost in a row? Like, is that what's going to happen? Let's go through the quick.
Able to make it through.
Right? Let's go through the unfortunate recap here again. It seems very familiar. Actually, I can't say that. The Devils actually played a little better because the Flyers are just, they're heading south until we come
do you
to
feel
town.
like Bob? Do you feel like Bob Uecker in the beginning of Major League? One hit. That's all we got is one goddamn hit.
You can't say goddamn on the air. It doesn't matter. No one's listening anyway.
That's it. That's a great line.
That's Uecker is. I mean, Euchre's been. He's been telling the same joke since like 1970, but they're still just hysterical. Every time
they land.
Every time he. Yeah, they do. He He is actually a joy to listen to. If you've never had a chance to watch the, I think it's baseball. MLB Network has a Bob Uecker something or another type of pseudo little documentary about his life. I mean, it's just Uecker one-liners like after another. He's like the baseball version of Rodney Dangerfield. Like that's what he is. Yeah. Like no respect. Catcher in the upper. He did that Miller Lite commercial where they're like, he's sitting up in the upper decks, right? And then the security comes and pulls him out. They're kicking him out of the stadium. And Uke's like, oh, must be moving to the good seats, but they're actually like escorting him out. So anyway, there you go. You got to get me going on Bob Uecker. I love Bob Uecker.
I'm sorry.
Hysterical.
Sorry.
Nah, I mean, we got to start ranting about baseball instead of the Devils losing. Anyway, your boy, you're very happy, I'm sure. Started the game, first period. Mikey McLeod, 5 minutes into the game from Bastian and Wood. Hell of a game from Mr. Nathan Bastian. That's McLeod's 8th, putting that bad boy home. Wrist shot there. Good to see that line was really flowing today. Then Courtier comes back for his 14th from Myers and old Provolone. That's what I like to call him. His 18th. They love provolone cheese in Philly. What do you get? They put it on everything down there.
They do. That's true.
But anyway, that was a goal right there. And then one of the prettiest goals you're ever going to see by a big, tough line. Nathan Bastian going flying. Also, it started out, I got to say, everyone gives a lot of crap to Damon Severson, and I've done it too. But he had a really good out pass up the boards. Nathan Bastian kind of timed it perfectly, and Bastian goes like on a header dive, swinging the puck around the defenseman to a wide open Miles Wood who's charging the net, and he just buries it home. And the Devils are looking pretty good. 2-1, and then what happens? Pavel Zacha gets his 11th. From Jesper Bratt and Nico Hischier. Nice to see that. That's Jesper's 21st assist. But then, couple minutes left to go.
The wheels fell off.
Claude Giroux. Yep, 6-on-5. Both these goals were 6-on-5. Claude Giroux, both of them, his 12th and his 13th. Van Riemsdyk and Voracek both had the assists on both of them. And man, they're up in the 20s on that. And that was that. Shootout happened. We made it through OT. We did not convert on our power play in overtime. Shootout came about.
Surprise.
We were down, and I really like having Yegor Sharangovich's move there in the old OT shootout. He looked really good. Put one home. Jesper Bratt looked really nice as well. But Boquist, Zacha, and then Nico. Again, just like the last game when he chipped the puck just wide, he's got a shootout kind of just dangling there in the 5-hole range, and Elliott kind of squeezes the pads together and just gets it. It doesn't squeak through. So Devils end up losing a game that they were winning all set, but they were in front for like about 58 minutes of this game.
Yep.
And they end up losing. 3 stars, Giroux, Van Riemsdyk, and Miles Wood gets the 3rd star. Shots on goal, 8-11-7.
Should have been Bastian. Should have been Bastian to get that 3rd star.
Should have been Bastian. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one. 8-11-7-6 for a total of 32. Flyers, 16-9-8-3 for a total of 36. Face-offs. Flyers got us 56% to 43. Power plays, we were 0 for 3. Again, our power play is just abysmal. Flyers were 0 for 1. Hits 15-18, pretty even there. Blocks, Devils 19 blocks. Connor Carrick, woo! There was a point.
He saved the game at that time. He saved the game
at the game
when it was 2-1. Yeah. Mackenzie Blackwood was buried in his net.
Yeah,
2 back-to-back blocks. Yep.
2 of them on both sides of the ice that Carrick came through, and I know we give Connor Carrick a bunch of crap, but at that point you're right. He was friggin' Superman out there blocking shots. So big ups to him. Only 5 giveaways, so played better, but in the end, wow, that sucked.
Yep. And I think over here on the YouTube side of the world, Whistler kind of nailed it in the head. Pretty bad choke. Pretty bad choke.
Pretty bad. Yeah, that honestly, was a bad joke right there.
it's one of those games where you're like, hey, all right, feeling good, and this is what happened last year, so we should all be used to this. It's nothing new. It's like going to a terrible restaurant, and you're like, hey, the first course is pretty good. Here comes my steak, and it's like, oh no, that's just a cow turd, and somebody cooked it. And now
this time it's going to be
I gotta eat it.
This time it's going to be good. The salad's always amazing to start with. I don't understand. It just goes downhill from there.
We should just stick to apps next time. Why don't we just all order apps for the table and then split them up? No, it never works that way. It always starts out really good, and then it just goes down to crapper. Honestly, like,
oh man,
I can't even get mad anymore. It's like when you get to that point where you're just like, all right, man. Well, what are you gonna do? Sad, real sad. That's what Mike Rep 17 on the YouTube side of town says. Sad, real sad. And you hit it on the head there, Mike Rep. You hit it on the head.
I think, and just to give some people a shout out on Facebook too, Cheryl, Jennifer Lynn, Steve Tartas, Craig Best, Mike Rossi, Joey Giardina, Craig Best, Ramona, and Jennifer. I knew it was over when Jesper Boquist took the penalty shot. I was really, really shocked at that point. We were tied in the shootout. We could have won. Why was Nico not selected in that position? I was like, give me the captain. Give me the captain. I don't know. I just felt like that was his spot right there. I was shocked as well when Jesper Boquist came over the boards. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I didn't really think Boquist.
I
really thought
what happened.
that
I have
was,
a theory.
You have? Oh boy! All right.
Is it conspiracy theory time? Should I get my tinfoil hat?
Harrison Blitzer called down. All right. I'm assuming
No,
that's what happened.
No, they're not.
They called down to Lindy.
Exactly what happened.
Oh, they're not at fault. Okay, all right.
They're not at fault. This is what this team. How many freaking too many men on the ice penalties do they get?
Oh, bad.
Okay,
yes. With Quote and Brad. Bad.
Yeah.
Bad guy.
This is I think Nico was supposed to go, but because they're so disorganized on the bench because of Harrison Blitzer, that Boquist went out and didn't wait out his turn. That's my excuse.
He jumped the gun. He jumped the captain.
Hey, they can't even get their lines right.
You know what, Sam? Someone should tell
MSG their camera's out of focus as well. Because right, I don't know if you can see the post game now. I'm just noticing it in the background. The TV is like, they're doing like the blur effect or something.
Yeah. Well, and Erica Wachter wardrobe watch, half leather this time, leather pants. And
was it the red? We need the red leather jacket. All right, that's what we got to do. Yeah. We need the red leather jacket.
That's why we got 1 point, because she got it half right this time with the wardrobe. Anyway. All right, enough of my conspiracy theories and superstitions and all that.
I love your conspiracy theories, though.
But Benny does ask a good question, and it's a hard one.
Bring back Victor Kozlov for shootouts. That's the only thing Victor was good for.
I have a Kozlov jersey anyway. But he says, what the hell is Naz teaching these guys when they took a timeout? The damn guy was wide open in front of the net.
Probably teaching them, guys, we're trying to get Owen Power. Like, don't screw this up. That's the power play. You get it? The power play is so we can get Owen Power. That's what we're doing here, folks. We're doing this comedy thing here every once in a while, every Sunday night at 9 o'clock Eastern anyways. I mean,
where the hell's Nolan Foote?
Yeah, Nolan Foote, he comes up, he scores a goal. And they're like, no, kid. Tankathon.
Well, assist and Tankathon, kid. 2 games. 2 games, 2 points.
2 games, 2 points. Put him back in a taxi squad. Who are we going to bring up? I don't know. Can Matt Tennyson play forward? Because that's what it feels like right now. Sorry, I know you're like mid-sip on that one. But I mean, it's like
I was disappointed as well. Like, I want to see some of I thought we were going to be able to see some of these other young defensemen by now. Like,
Well, Colton
White, Matt Tennis. I mean, like Cole, he's been in the system. I feel like for a while.
He's been in the system for a little while, but listen, I'd rather see a forward come up than a defenseman, because a defenseman, if he doesn't do well, then everybody's, we should never rush Riley Walsh or Kevin Ball. And it's like, no, you shouldn't. You're right. No, you shouldn't. You should leave them down there for a while, maybe for you.
You don't want to.
Okay.
You don't want to do a rush.
You don't want to rush them up here for what? Nothing. If we had a guy on the team named Cowbell, we'd ask for more of him for you. Okay. I mean, so it's what happens. They lose. I lose my mind. So I don't disagree with you. Like, I would like to see some more of the younger guys get a shot, but I mean, at the same time, like, listen, that Bastion line of Wood, Bastion, and my boy Mikey McLeod, which, by the way, damn, he's only 2 goals away. How many games we got left? 8 games left? 9 games left? He's got
8 games
2 more
left.
goals.
You think is he gonna get to 10?
If he gets to 10, I'm not gonna just buy. I got to look and see if it's still available. But maybe I was thinking about doing the Hockey Fights Cancer jersey, and actually the one that you can, if you buy it, they put the proceeds towards something nice.
Just make sure it's not smudged. Make sure it's not
he's trying
smudged
to see.
when they mail it.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to do something to protect it so we can't make fun of it later on. That's what he's doing. See, he's like, but this is the Hockey Fights Cancer jersey. You guys can't laugh at this, Mikey McLeod jersey.
I would rock that Mikey McLeod jersey with pride. He's the next Travis Zajac of this team. You mark my words. He's going to be the next Zajac of this team. And a lot of people are going to be, Zajac did so much, but he fills that role, and he's already starting to play the top minutes against like Crosby and those guys. Go on.
All right. Well, I have a question for you, because I mentioned this to Sam Wu yesterday or the other day or whatever the hell. What? I don't even know what day it is anymore. All these days just mushed together. But I mentioned this to Sam Wu because Yanni Kuokkanen wasn't in the lineup yesterday, was back today. And I feel like I've always been so busy trying to compare, our team to other teams. I've been like, oh, Nico's going to be like our Taze and Jack is going to be like our Patty Kane and blah, 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 but I started thinking about our own team and, playing with Sharon Govich and Jack Hughes. I started looking at Yanni Kuokkanen as a Travis Zajac playing with a Parise and a Langenbrunner, as a Jason Arnott playing with an Elias and a Score. Now, don't get me, they're not comparing them capabilities right now, but I'm saying in their roles. Travis, Jason, they went into the corners, did a lot of the dirty work, and let Jack, and then let Patty and Peter work their magic. Let Zach and Jamie work their magic. Travis Zajac only broke 20 goals twice in his career. He was never a huge goal scorer. But he produced points because he was able to get on the assist sheet and everything like that. And I was making the comparison, and I totally get your Mikey McLeod, Travis Zajac comparison, 100%. I'm just throwing this at you as well because it's just funny you brought this sort of the same thing up. What do you think about Yanni Kuokkanen in that role, a la like an Arnott, a Zajac, even like a Dinas Zubris, when he was playing with Covey?
So it is going to make you laugh probably, but Kuokkanen kind of fills that John Madden type of role to me. Like, I see him more of as a kind of a John Madden. Yes.
As a shutdown guy?
No, not as a shutdown guy.
Well, I mean, John Madden was like your penalty kill. Like, that was like, I know he scored, but he scored a lot of shorthanded goals. I feel like Yanni's more offensive than that, but good. All right.
Yeah, no. You know what? You got a point. There's something about that line that
I kind of feel like Mikey McLeod is very John Madden-esque. That's what I kind of feel like.
I think McLeod's got more offensive upside than Madden had. But I mean, that's why I feel like he's more of a Travis Zajac, because if he becomes that two-way player like Zajac was, then that fills that role that Zajac leaves behind, right? So somebody that can go in there, win big-time face-offs, which they're starting to put him in there. His face-off percentage is not that bad, too. But I mean, I'm hoping maybe more of I'm projecting that he turns into that player. But that line in general, I mean, the chemistry in between Bastion and McLeod is unmistakable. I mean, they're friends. You could see that they can almost, read each other where they are, especially on McLeod's goal. He had a really nice feed to Bastion. Instead of Bastion taking that shot, he, kind of hesitates a second, feeds it right back to McLeod for like a wide open goal. It was a beautiful play. That line is a line that going forward in the future would be like, if you look at the Islanders have a great fourth line. That would be one hell of a fourth line to have. Bastion, McLeod, and Wood. Hell of a fourth line. The other lines, we'll talk about that in a second because I wanted to bring that up today. But there was an interesting fact, and I can't remember if it was Bryce that brought it up in the game the other night or if it was Kanji that brought it up in the game the other night. They were talking about how when Sharangovich and Kuokkanen were playing with Zajac, that Zajac covered up a lot of the mistakes of that line. And they were able to like thrive a little bit more because if they made a mistake defensively, Zajac was kind of always there to like clean up the mess. But now that you have Jack Hughes on that line, it's not the same. And like that kind of that cover up is a little bit, out the window. Now, whether that's true or not. And Mike Rupp 17. Bastion is Pandolfo then. I could see that. I mean, listen, you hope that you want to see lines. Think about that like Madden Pandolfo line, right? So the Madden Pandolfo line, how long were they together? How many years were they together? Like you see certain lines when they're together year after year, you start to get chemistry and you can start to rely on those lines. So maybe, hopefully, that would be great.
And I almost I see that almost with Kuokkanen and Sharangovich but they're been playing wings. But I mean, both of them also play center too. That's the great thing about those two is they both, they play wing, but Kuokkanen was more of a center, or was it Sharon? One of them was more. I think it was Kuokkanen was more of a center coming up. So both of them also play center. But I would argue that yes, I mean, I guess you can say that like Travis did that, but I really feel like Travis's game got jump-started by being put in the middle of Kuokkanen and Sharangovich because Travis was not – I mean, none of the guys were having a good year. But we did seem to find a little something with Sharangovich and Kuokkanen. And when they got together, they started making a little noise. And I really feel like Travis's play completely benefited, and it, ignited a spark with him. Maybe it did cover a little bit more of the defensive stuff, or maybe, Travis was teaching Yanni what to do there in the corners. So I can see that as well. And also, I've seen Jack Hughes' game, get better since Travis left, and Jack then moved in between Sharangovich and Kuokkanen because they all line up well. Like I said, Kuokkanen will go in the corners, do the dirty work. Jack can, Jack's going to be like, we want Jack to be our next Patrick Elias. Patrick was our point getter, 60 points, like just about every year. Sometimes it was 70, sometimes it was 80. One time it was 96, but like he was our consistent point getter every single year. I mean, they're different type of players, but we want that. That's going to be our production guy. That's who Jack Hughes is going to be. That's what we want. So,
yeah. I don't disagree with you.
I think they all line up pretty well, and I think Jack can really benefit from that. Having a sniper shooter guy, like a Sharangovich, and having a guy who's going to go do the dirty work for him to open it up so he can kind of skate around and work his magic. Also, next year, I don't know. I'm just cannot wait for the idea of a Holtz and Hughes line. I mean, that is just going to...
Wait, hold on. Speaking of which,
I know that's going to be fire.
He had his first game yesterday with Binghamton, and to be completely, honest, I saw that he was in the lineup. He's also wearing number 9, but I didn't get a chance to check out what the stats were for yesterday's game with Binghamton.
I heard he had 5 shots. But he didn't score. So I don't know. But either way, everybody go check out Alexander Holtz because he's not coming up to the big team. And you can see Kevin Ball and Nikita Ahoyuk, Graham Clark. Who are some of our other prospects that are down there that I can't think of right now off the top of my head? Riley Walsh. Who Boom, boom, boom. I don't remember who the goalies are. Damn it.
The Penn
Help me out.
Stater. The Penn Stater.
Who's the Pets? Oh, is it Talavidi? Or no.
Yeah.
Right? Talavidi?
Arne.
And who's the other guy?
Arne.
Vuka. Oh, man. I'm going to do it wrong again. What is it?
Vukavich.
Vukavich? Yeah. So there's a lot of guys on the B-Devils that are down there that really like to be seen up on the big team, but maybe not till next year. But with Holtz, go see that shot. Go just check it out. If he gets to rip one from the circle, just start picturing him and Jack together next year.
I'm going to try and find it now. Oh, man. Sam, you got to help me out, buddy.
What's that?
I'm trying to find out what happened in Binghamton last night, or Newark, rather. What happened in Newark with the other guys. Soon to be Utica, which is a whole thing that we've really never discussed, but that we'll let that play out and see what happens. But apparently next year
People
it's going to be
really
back
pissed
to the.
About it.
Oh man! Well, I don't get why everyone's
Binghamton. So pissed. I feel like clubs change.
Well, I think
a lot.
Yeah, but from what I heard, Binghamton the city of Binghamton didn't even know till a press release. Like they didn't even tell them. That's what I heard.
It seems like, I hate to talk negatively about our team, but it seems like they did them dirty.
Do you want to rewind to your monologue last week? Yeah, I hate to tell you, buddy, but there were some negative things that came out of your mouth. You needed to vent. You let a lot out last week.
I needed to vent. I let it out. Well, Binghamton, there's some people that were saying that basically the Devils screwed the city of Binghamton. They were like, "Hey, by the way, we love what you're doing here. We're leaving, and nice locker room. We're out of here." And so that emoji sweater you guys came up with, what a great idea. We're not going to be here next year. And
so this is what I read. I remember now. Because I did read stuff about this. So it was saying that Binghamton was supposed to remodel or upgrade their arena. And then the Devils, I believe, said that the upgrades weren't up to spec with what they actually want, because that arena over there is old, I think. And I think that was the loophole they used to get out or something like that. Right? Mm-hmm. I think that's what I read somewhere. NJ.com. I don't know. I can't remember which source I was. It's one of those late night kind of readings before you're kind of like when you're half falling asleep, in bed, just like catching up on things on your phone. I can't remember exactly
when you're going like yada yada yada.
You're just skimming through things like, I remember this for the show tomorrow. Yeah. Don't write it down or anything. I'm just gonna magically remember it before I fall asleep. Yeah, right. Good job, Scott.
Yeah.
Just remember that, dude. You'll remember when you wake up. Yeah. Sure.
I can't remember. I do that in like 5 minutes later. I forget.
Oh, I know. I do too. But I'm not sure the full story. Like I said, I don't know, Samu, if you have more conspiracy about it.
Well, all I know.
Dig deeper.
When I
can we get some X-Files music playing in the background?
do. Oh, I was going to do the Unsolved Mysteries music for some reason.
Or Unsolved Mysteries, yeah. That theme used to give me scare the crap out of me when I was a kid. That stupid song, Robert Stack.
And
go back to airplane mode, Robert Stack. Yeah.
If
Stryker hears about this,
if you have any information, please call us at 1-800-876-5353.
It's like there always could be a murderer next door to you. Like, it's just like, oh my God. Well, if you live in Florida, every one of them basically started in Florida.
All right, I saw this thing. Music.
Anyways,
all right, let me cue this up.
We're gonna get pulled. Yeah. We're gonna get pulled from YouTube, Sam. Be careful.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's the Twilight Zone, not X-Files.
Oh, I know.
Oh, wait, hold on.
The Devils.
Time out. Wait. Sorry.
What?
So, Maple Leafs fan or Maple Leafs media on YouTube Live wanted to ask a question.
Oh,
First time viewer.
Maple Leafs.
Hold on.
Shorts guy wouldn't be happy with that.
I know. No, but hey, listen, he's saying new to the channel here, supporting hockey YouTubers. Hey, thank you very much for doing that very much. But he said, first time viewer, thoughts on Andreas Janssen. Whoa.
You mean future Seattle Kraken, Andreas Janssen?
Yeah.
That's our thoughts on him.
Here's my
Unprotected.
thought. Here's my thought. You're welcome. Toronto Maple Leafs media or Maple Leafs media. My actual thoughts are, he's the oldest winger we got. There you go.
I got it.
Future Seattle Kraken, Andreas Janssen.
I got my thoughts.
By the way, is it
Seattle?
Seattle? Is it? How do you say it exactly? Is it Seattle the Kraken, or is it the Seattle Kraken, or just Seattle Kraken? Like we're
bunch of crackheads. That's what's funny
Seattle
about it.
Kraken?
When they first announced it, Seattle Kraken. When they first announced it, I'm like, so their fans like, like fans are like, we're the Devil's Army, and we're this and we're that. They're gonna be the crackheads, right?
Should have just brought the Whalers back for them. Like
they should have.
I got something to say. I'm noticing a trend right here in our YouTube Live.
Oh boy,
Facebook Live.
Sam Woo's got something to say. What Harrison
YouTube
Blitzer did
Live
this time?
No, YouTube Live is out.
YouTube is on fire.
Yeah,
It's on fire.
Facebook Live. It's neck and neck, but YouTube Live. Who used to hate me. Anyway, I'm just pointing that out.
Maple Leafs media says it's Seattle Kraken, just like Tampa Bay Lightning. So there is no the.
There is no the.
Mike Rupp 17. Donnell Weaver on the YouTube. It's because I'm repping all of our friends over here on the YouTube side of town. Donnell Weaver on the YouTube side of town says Devils did a perfect tank job, and they're still doing a perfect tank job, if you ask me. Josh S says, hopefully Janssen not out for long. Yeah, Janssen did get hurt tonight. That is true. And Donald Weaver said all the Devils needed to do was score an empty net goal, and they would have won and ended 9-game losing streak, but played lazy and let the Flyers win the game. No,
we wanted to get to double digits. We wanted to get to double digits. You got to have goals in life. You got to have goals in life. And when you say...
Listen, the Sabres set the mark this year for losing. The Sabres set the mark this year for losing. Luckily, we don't have enough games to catch that mark, I don't believe.
We said, Sabres, hold my beer. Because here we go. That's what we said.
Oh, you did what now? Let me show you how we do this over here in New Jersey. Hold my beer real quick. Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Hold my beer with my very, very nice, is that a Let's Go Devils podcast beer koozie that you have there, Beer Baron? Look at that.
Is a Let's Go Devils
fancy little thing.
Yeah.
The old Parkway logo. Look how good that is.
Very nice. That can also be purchased. Go ahead, Sam. Give a plug.
On SG Apparel.
No.
Hey, and I want to say, Josh S. Thank you very much. Josh S. said you guys do a great job.
Sam, tell them where they can purchase it.
Yeah. Wait, when can you get them? I don't remember. I can't even remember my name. What do you guys
do? We need to have a fire sale on those Gusev jerseys that Shorts guy made.
No, I told him he has. There's no Devils branding on there. There's no Devils branding on there. It's a red shirt and it says, I think it just has the Goose logo with 97. He's still wearing 97 in Florida. You just slap a little Panther on the back of the shirt and then send those bastards down to Florida.
Send them down to Florida.
You cut the sleeves off. No, you put a Panthers logo on the back. You cut the sleeves off, and then you send it down to Florida. Or they'll send hotcakes.
I feel like your middleman's going to be a guy named Cosmo Kramer.
So Donald Weaver on the YouTube side of town says, who do you guys think is worse, the Devils or the Sabres? Right now, the Sabres are looking a hell of a lot better than we are. We'll put it that way. In the beginning of the year, I would have said us all day, even when they had Taylor Hall. But all of a sudden, they get rid of Taylor Hall and they start winning. Doesn't that sound very familiar to what happened last year? Doesn't that sound really familiar? Get rid of Taylor Hall. He's great in the locker room. And then all of a sudden, you start winning. And what's happening to Boston? Are they starting to lose again? Ay, caramba. One of these things doesn't sound like the other. 35. By the way, we're only two points. Count them, 2 points away from the bottom of the league, boys.
There you go.
Oof.
Goals, life goals. Yeah. I told
goals.
you,
we're looking at. We're staring down the barrel.
Do you think even better than the Senators? Even worse than the Senators?
Yeah, we're worse than Senators. Hey, do you think that Jack Hughes went into the central office of the New Jersey Devils and was like, you know, guys, I really want my brother to play with us. Can we make this happen? And they're like, yeah, Jack, just go out there and suck balls for a while, and you guys will be in perfect position to draft Luke.
Is that what his voice sounds like?
Yeah,
it's like it's like a Kermit Yoda. Like what was that?
And then Graham Clark comes in and is like, hey guys, can we lose some more games? Because my brother's in the draft too. See, that's what it sounds like.
Where's he from? I don't know that accent.
He's from Kalamazoo or something like that. But
Graham Clark sounds like an Australian. That's Australian. Can you do an Australian accent?
Hey.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
We're gonna lose our viewership in Australia because of this. But
oh boy.
Hey, mate. Hey, good on ya. We got this bloke here. If we lose a bunch of these games, we'll win. My brother will come up here. We'll fix it right up. Hey, yeah, bloke. That's not bad. That's not bad. For those of you that are new to our YouTube channel or new to our Facebook group, we just want to tell you, normally, it doesn't really sound like this, but when your team sucks as bad as ours does right now, you got to laugh. Because if you can't laugh, then you just cry.
Michael Hay on Facebook Live, and he just got a like. Would love to have Tortorella.
No.
As much as I would love seeing a Tortorella press conference every night, but I don't think I would want him dealing with. Yeah, that I'm all about, but I don't know if that would mesh well with our team.
Listen, if you want to drive Jack Hughes out of this town faster than he can get out of here, then yes, bring in Tortorella. But honestly, look, the way the new NHL is, the way the new players are, the way in sports across the board, the coaches like Tortorella are a dime. Not a dime a dozen. They're a dying breed. Because nowadays it's like, let's coddle the player and make sure that he's okay. And are your feelings all right? Are you feeling comfortable? Because if I yell at you, are you going to go to the GM and tell him you want to get traded? I'm a coach of the NHL. And I sound
That's what he sounds like?
Sounds like
Steve Tardis on Facebook Live says, you call that a knife?
Yeah, that ain't a knife. This is a knife. I wish I had a hockey stick or something like that. That ain't a hockey stick. This is a hockey stick. Now get my blood up in here. You bloody whatever they say. Wanker. Yeah.
It's dodgy. That's what they used to say.
It's dodgy.
Yeah. Oh, it's dodgy.
We watch a show.
Like, what's that?
It's Australian, and they talk, and they all talk, and they say these things, and I got to start incorporating them into my life. But anyways, there's a lot of their slang is really funny.
It is fun.
I don't know.
I mean,
it's really fun.
I lived there. I lived there for a while, so I got a good dose of it. And I should say hi.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on right now, but our boy Campbell is actually from New Zealand. He's right next to Australia.
Yeah, buddy.
And I got to meet him actually before the pandemic came in. I know we've mentioned it before. We want to give him a shout because I know he listens all the time on the other side of the world. But it was cool getting to meet him at the Devils Kings game, before the pandemic hit. So that was good. That was cool. I wonder what he thinks of your accent, of your Australian
accent.
hates
it. He hates it. But his American accent
probably
is probably
loves
just
it.
as bad.
No, he probably loves it
It's like-
because
if
New
you
Zealand
were
and
doing-
Australia. New Zealand,
Yeah, I know,
Australia, they
but-
like to make fun of each other. So
If they like, it's like if he tried to jump on, he's like, "I'm gonna talk like an American now," and I'm like, "That's your American accent." He's like, "Yes, it is. I'm gonna just talk like this. I'm an American. I know everything, and nobody knows anything." Yeah, that's what the world. That's the world. How the world sees us. It's just like when people talk. They're like, "You're from New Jersey." I'm like, "Yeah." No. Oh, you're from New Jersey. I'm like, "No. I am from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It's a normal speaking state. If you're from like Central
Sort of.
Jersey, sort of.
It sort of is.
Yeah, but if I notice if I get angry, if I'm in the car and I'm driving in my car and somebody cuts me off, then all of a sudden that weird accent comes out. So I guess it is there.
Oh,
It's just ingrained
Try
into
li-
us.
Do you know what? Try living in LA and dealing with LA traffic. Like California drivers, they don't turn at the red light. They won't turn right, and they don't pull up all the way. Dude, it's so frustrating. It's just like, turn your car. They will wait. They will wait at the red light, and then like it turns green, and then they'll put their blinker on and then go. You're like, oh my god, there's no cars coming. What are you doing? This is why traffic is terrible around here.
I would never be able
Anyway.
to do it. So going back to the team, let's get this train back on the tracks. Going back to tonight's game, going back to this team where they sit. I hope at least they can build off of some of the momentum that they generated in this game, keeping some of those lines together. At least it's not the John Hines era where, you're like, hey, that Bastion line's doing great. Oh, they're disassembled. So you kind of you get consistency. At least Ruff is rolling the same lines out there. And it seems like he'll ride the hot hand. It's just like it feels like they can't get out of their own way lately. You get a 3-1 lead. You're late in the third period. All you have to do is just score an empty netter, which seems it happens on blind luck against the Devils. But when it comes to us scoring an empty netter, there might as well be 30 guys from the other team. They're like, oh, how many we got on the bench? Go dress like 10 more guys and bring them down. You can bring a couple fans, throw a fan on, throw Gritty into the middle of the ice. Because I don't know what, I never understand it. Like, just, you don't have to shoot it for the net. Just get it into, just get it center ice and have like one guy floating up there and just, oh my God. It's like, there's certain things that this team does and it like makes me just smack my head. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like the fact that the power play is like a 3% efficiency this year. That's like
it's bad.
That's like a joke. That's like the first time you played NHL. That's like the first time you played NHL, and you're like, I'm gonna try on super mode, and you're like, oh my God, I'm down 82-0. I better go back to rookie mode and learn how to play the game. Like, how the hell is that possible?
That's with their combined shorthanded goals that they gave up, because they gave up like 3 or 4 this last week. Yeah. So with all those Jesus factored in with their inept power play, it's operating at a 3% efficiency 3%. Right now.
Dude.
Could we be at -% at the end of the year?
And they wonder why we're just talking in crazy accents over here. We're at a 3% efficiency, and they wonder why we're talking in crazy accents.
It gets to a point where, like I said before, we have to laugh because, I'm done being mad. Like, I think when I vented out last week or the week before, whenever the hell that was, like, I finally got it off my chest. Like, now when they lose, I'm just like, oh, what did they do? Oh, they lost again? Oh, okay. It's like, at this point, it's like, who cares? Like, just this team, just finish the goddamn year. Just finish the year. Just get it over with. For crying out loud. Fucking sit everybody down and then just, like, bring up some guys that, whatever, and just I don't know, man. I'm just tired. I'm tired of what, and I know like Miles Wood, like Amanda Stein put a quote on Twitter yesterday, and she was like, Miles Wood said he hates losing or something like that, and I was like, yeah, Miles, we hate watching you lose.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad you guys feel it too, because we're beyond the point of watching it.
Yeah, I don't like losing either, Miles. I mean, nobody does, and we've as fans been watching it for a long time, and I'm sure he's tired of it too. He's an elder statesman on the team, and besides his lack of
at the ripe age of 24,
yeah. Besides what I feel like has been a little lack of physicality from him this year. I mean, he has had a good year. He's got 16 goals now on the season, so he's producing. This would be, if we played a full season, his best year was his rookie season. He had 19 goals. I'm thinking if we played a full 82 game season, he might, be up in the low 20s. So,
David Clarkson 2.0.
Well, let's just keep him down on those bottom lines, and we'll be fine. When you move Clarkie up to the top two lines, it doesn't work so well. But when
he did all right when he scored 30 goals, and then he went to Toronto. Look what I can do.
He was on the third line then. Like that was his thing. He was able to like accomplish that against like third when he went to Toronto and they actually bumped him up to the first and second. Like he sucked because he couldn't handle it.
I get it now. I finally connected the dots. What's
that?
Andreas Janssen is payback from the Toronto Maple Leafs for us letting Clarkson go in free agency and sign a massive deal with the Toronto Maple Leafs. So Janssen is your payback for Clarkson.
No. Scott, they owe us because we gave them Lou Lamoriello.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He went over there, so we are. It's okay. You'll get him. You'll get him later. So we actually already paid back for that. So the Leafs actually owe us.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
They could have given us like Willie Nylander, or he's out of favor up there, anyways. Hey, where's our friend Maple Leafs Media? What's going on with Will Nylander up there? How's that Nylander doing up there? Because if he's on the out and outs, is he going to be a Seattle Kraken? Is that who you guys are going to expose
I highly
up there?
Doubt that. I don't think they would leave.
You highly doubt it, but
they could trade him. He would be a huge trade piece. You could trade him. That would be. I wouldn't leave him exposed. I don't know.
Sliding into the picture like, hey. You want Andreas Johnson back? He doesn't even call him by the right name. You want Johnson back?
Yeah. Back. You want Andre Johnson back?
Andre Johnson. As he says it so casually. Hey, not for nothing. How's that?
Let's make that deal and throw Andre Johnson back in there for you.
We'll give you the Islanders. We'll give you the Islanders first, and Andre Johnson. You're going to give me the old Texans wide receiver? No, that guy that you gave us that was worth a bag of dump.
Yeah, he is not. Is not. Worked out so well. But him.
He brings
great.
He brings great.
Well, he does. He hustles. No, I'll give him that. He hustles. It's just he just doesn't have the finish. It just like I'm not going to fault him for like it doesn't look like he's just. Lazy and lackadaisical out there. He's mixing it up. He's getting in there. I've seen him stand up for his teammates and stuff. Plays hard. He just doesn't have finish. And that's just it is what it is. And he is a little bit in our terms. He's actually older at that older age of 26. So
ripe old age.
Yeah, he's 26. He's the oldest
Yeah,
guy
he's
on the
26.
team, right?
He's the oldest one.
Oldest forward.
Oldest
Oldest forward. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I really believe I really believe him and Will Butcher, because Butcher has just fallen out of favor with the coaching staff. I think it would be great for Will to maybe get a different crack at a different team. Oh, a different crack at a crack. I didn't even mean to do that. The Kraken. What do you know? But much like who did we lose to Vegas? Oh, John Merrill, right? Wasn't it John Merrill that got that
John
Vegas?
Merrill.
He did pretty well out there. John, he didn't really find his footing with us too well, but he fit in good with Vegas. What?
Hold on. John S. He stole the words out of my mouth, and I was going to say it before, but he says he doesn't have Finnish because he's Swedish.
Oh, ba-doom.
Nice, John. That was a good one.
12 o'clock show is completely different from the 10 o'clock, folks. Please come back to see the next show. Yeah.
Make sure to
all different
jokes. Tip your waitresses. Yeah.
Tip your servers and your bartenders.
I'm going to be laughing about that one tomorrow driving to work. Just like the word Andre Johnson is going to pop in my head. I'm going to start cracking up. What's wrong with you? I'm going to be like, Andre Johnson. It's funny. Will Butcher, it's sad for him. Will Butcher not working out makes me upset because, for a few reasons. When we first got him, I was like, oh my God, Hobie Baker Award winner. He's showing lots of promise.
Butcher sweepstakes.
We did. And we were like, yeah. And I don't know who got it worse. The Rangers winning that Jimmy Vesey sweepstakes or us winning the Will Butcher, because that happened back-to-back years.
Yep.
And at least we didn't have to get Liam Neeson to be like, like, you forgot to call me, and what the hell is he saying in those movies? You called the wrong guy, and now
I got a special set of skills.
Yeah, and your skills should be on the Rangers or some stupid crap like that. Shut up, Liam Neeson. So we lost the VC sweepstakes, and I remember we were bummed out because he was another kid that showed a hell of a lot of promise. But then when we got Will Butcher, I'm like, oh my God, hell yeah. The prospect of having like a top end defenseman, but then it didn't pan out, and it's not like, whatever, things happen. But man, what a waste of a name. But because he had that's such a Will Butcher, that's a cool name. That's a cool jersey. Like that Butcher number 8, like that's a cool jersey. Mm-hmm. But what's going to happen is if he ends up getting taken by the Kraken, then you have Kevin Ball coming up to the NHL eventually, and he could take over that number 8 because that's the number that he covets so much. And he's wearing 88 in Binghamton right now.
And that's what we want Holtz to wear. I thought Holtz was 88.
Holtz wears 88. Yeah, no, he's wearing number 9. He's wearing 9 in Binghamton right now. But Holtz's
but he was
number,
88 in Sweden, right?
Yes, the number he covets is 88. So that clears up the Pan situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Did you say Pan or Pam?
Pam?
Pan?
Who?
Now the whole tuxedo thing is a little weird. Anyways, we're losing him.
Steve says Merrill could be back next year on a 1-year deal, and that's true. He could be. Because I think that's what we're going to see again. I think we're going to see a couple, 1-year veteran defensive, signings like Kulikov, like Vatanen. If they decide to bring Ryan Murray back, maybe they might bring Ryan Murray back for 2 or 3 years. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he had a hell of a pass yesterday in that game. He had a hell of a pass on that goal from. Is that Miles Wood that scored that goal? Was that Wood?
Yep.
Whoever's, beautiful. Faked the shot, like no look, beautiful pass right across, boom. But I would like to see Murray come back because listen, he is a former number 2 overall pick. The kid's got talent. He has those flashes where you're like, oh, all right, cool. But then there's also a reason why Columbus gave up on him. So I hope the Devils bring him back. I wouldn't even mind seeing them bring Kulikov back on a 1-year deal, as crazy as that sounds. But There's a couple guys that didn't need to.
I think he'll. Where'd he end up in? Where the hell did he go? Why can't I even remember?
I can't remember either.
Where did he? I can't even remember where he got traded to.
Edmonton. There you go.
Was it Edmonton?
You think he wants? You think he wants to hang out in Edmonton?
Well, he's Russian. They're used to the cold weather, so it's probably just like home. No, I have a feeling whatever team that he goes to, he's a pretty solid defenseman. I have a feeling he's going to get re-signed by that team. I don't know. I just have that feeling. He's a good.
Devils 1917 said Edmonton. Yeah, you're right. And then Robles 18 said it's the Catalina wine mixer. That's right. Boats and hose.
Catalina's not far.
But yeah,
from it.
You should. There's also great white sharks out there, according to Shark Week. But honestly,
great white sharks in every ocean.
I know. They're everywhere.
There's something
until they bite into you and those eyes roll over white and you hear that hollering, pounding, screaming. Bumped into my buddy, baseball player out of Cleveland. I thought he was taking a nap. Shark bit him right in half anyways. It's got black eyes like doll's eyes. Greatest monologue in any movie ever.
That's a good one.
But
that is definitely up there.
They got 9 games left. It's almost like let's see what they can do for the rest of the season. But at the same time, they're positioning themselves for the at least top 3, top 5 picks in the draft. I hate to say this, but if you're going to suck this bad for this long, you might as well just ride that wave all the way up to the beach and cash in those chips and try to get one of those top 3. And if they do, great, fantastic. But the problem is like, okay, cool. We got another top 3 pick in the offseason. You have to hope that they're going to be like, all right, we're tired of losing too. The players are done with it. We're done with it. Let's start making moves. They're not going to bring in a lot of free agents, so you have to assume that they're going to make some trades to get some people in here. But for crying out loud, can you get some Mackenzie Blackwood help?
They're going to sign some veterans again. I don't think you're going to see any like long-term deals or anything like that. Like I said, you're going to find some more, guys that are going to be here for like 1-year deal and probably get dealt at the trade deadline again. I mean, obviously, we all had our own dreams. My dream was that the Devils finished, at around 500 this year, and that is not coming true, So we'll see next year where they end up. Maybe next year they actually finish at 500. I thought next year they'd be really pushing for a playoff spot, but maybe next year is the year that, they finish at 500, and the following year is the one where they really start pushing for the playoffs. It's going to happen. We got to wait for these kids to come up, though. We got to wait for Holtz. We got to wait for Mercer. We got to wait for Ball. We got to wait for Ahoyuk. We got to wait for Talav. We got to see all these kids and see what they got. We got to wait for Muhammad Doolin.
Owen Power. See, if I was the PA guy and like that goal was scored by Owen Power, like you have to say it like he's some kind of superhero cartoon, or like a wrestler or a cartoon. Anyways, I feel like it's time for final thoughts, everybody.
Final thoughts.
Pull up your chair, grab yourself a cup of coffee, and let's talk about our final thoughts for today. My final thoughts are: I can't believe they lost again. Actually, no, I can believe they lost again. But I just want to see. I want to see them put in some kind of effort the next couple games, and hopefully pull out at least one win against the Flyers. I hate Philadelphia so much. I mean, I don't like the Rangers, and I feel like it's like the Rangers are here, and then Philadelphia is like right there, and sometimes they could be just about even. And if you don't think so, go to a Devils game when they're losing to the Flyers and there's Flyer fans around you. Or then live in the city like I did for 6.5 years. Live in Philadelphia for 6.5 years and tell me you don't hate the Flyers. Anyways,
there sounds like the more
at
problem.
Least one. Get one win against these bums. That's mine.
I just want to say that I got this sweet mask.
I'm still waiting for mine. I don't understand what the hell. It's taking forever.
I got this sweet Marty mask here. There we go. And then I got the other hat too. So now I can actually look like Marty. So this is really cool. Just want to give it a shout. If anyone else has put in for this charity for the Barnabas, what is it? The RW Barnabas Health. Yeah, you should be getting your masks in. They're really, really comfortable, and it's cool. This hat is pretty awesome too. I got to say, I'll wear it like the next time on. But it's really cool, like the Marty hat there.
Yeah.
So good deal. Glad to just help support, on a good cause. So if you did it, hopefully you'll see your mask come in the mail as well pretty soon.
Hopefully.
I guess the last time the Devils lost, 10 in a row? They also, that year, lost out on Mario Lemieux. Don't screw it up.
Don't
just
screw it up.
Just tank it.
Don't screw it
Just
up.
tank
Don't
it.
screw around. You ever see South Park with the wood shop? You screw around too much.
Yeah.
Stop screwing around.
Well, thank you for everybody for joining us tonight. We'll see you, I don't know, tomorrow, Tuesday night, post game. Till next time, let's go Devils.